Staunch is an intergenerational docuseries that follows stories of four women, Ugandan feminists across different times and generations. And the reason why we chose these women is because they are phenomenal in their own way. They have done a lot of amazing work and inspired women across generations in relation to feminism and the women's movement in Uganda. The inspiration behind Staunch really came from a very personal place for me. I come from a family of very strong women, and a few years ago, I can't remember exactly when, I think 2020 or 2021, during the pandemic, I spent a lot of time at home with my mom, and we started talking, and me and my mom developed a friendship beyond just as a mother, but woman to woman. And that's when she shared her story about how my grandmother, God rest her soul, was chased from her marital home because she didn't give birth to boys. And it was you could see it was a very painful story for her, and just the things that happened got me wondering, and I became curious about the fact that if women have over the years been suffering and experiencing a lot of discrimination, but for some reason, my mom and my grandmother were able to overcome. And my mom always kept telling us when we were young women, you can do anything, you can be anything you want. She used to affirm us so much. And I kept wondering, why does my mom feel the need to, affirm us? Because as a young woman, you don't understand, patriarchy, you don't understand feminism, you don't understand all these things because you don't yet experience them in their, entirety. So that is where the conversation came from. And when she started sharing the history of my grandmother and how my grandmother experienced discrimination, and how because she only gave birth to girls, she was forced to leave her marital home without an inheritance for her daughters, and how they had to start over from scratch. So, and for me, that is where the journey started. I became curious about the women's movement in Uganda. Who are those women that in my mother's time were raising questions and were asking and demanding for better rights for women? And of course, in my generation, I knew a few, but I wasn't quite clear on those who came before us. And I just wanted to highlight the fact that women have been doing the work over generations, and Staunch was born.
So the cast of Staunch is made up of Rhoda Kalema. There's Dr. Tadria Kabushenga Mary Hilda. We have Sarah Mukasa and Twasima P. Bijira. The experience shooting was very interesting because reaching out to these women, first of all, everyone had things to do, but we're so happy that they were so excited about the cause. And because they really believe in the work, they all tried their best to give us some time, right? So shooting, interestingly, took us I think over 8 months, because we would shoot one and then take another 2 months and find another one like that. But the experience was so nice. We would go there, they were welcoming, and we had a good time. We interacted with them, we were learning on set. So it was really, really nice working with them.
People should watch Staunch because women issues affect everyone. When a woman suffers, when a woman doesn't develop, it affects and trickles down to even the bigger picture of the nation. Women build nations. If you are having trouble with understanding why women issues matter to you, you must watch Staunch. And not to be convinced or anything, but just to hear another voice that's not your own. Because women issues do matter. They matter to the home that you're in, they matter to the community that you're in, and they matter to the building of the nation.
Storytelling is the oldest form of communication. It is the most authentic way to pass on information. It's the most authentic way to teach. It's the most authentic way to relate with people and get a message out there. So why it was important for us to have Staunch is because the stories of each of those individual women are just a portion of the greater story about the women's liberation movement. They are a way for younger people to get to know these stories, to bridge the generational gap. Ideally, we may not recognize that there's a gap, but there is actually one. And so when we come together as women and tell these stories, we ensure that one, we are mentoring, 2, we are creating continuity. Remember, it's a movement, right? So it has to keep going. And how it keeps going is if one person gets to know how people before us have done what they've done, set the precedents they have set, and helped the way they have, we can innovate around the methods they used prior and come up with even better ways of moving the movement forward.
The future of Staunch really is centered on telling stories that would ordinarily not be told by mainstream media. As you've seen, we are a team of 5 people, 5 women who came together out of passion. We knew each other in our personal spaces, and some of these conversations we used to have over glasses of wine and over food. So it was our passion and our shared vision that drew us together to work. And Staunch is going to continue to be a movement or a company or a team that seeks to tell stories of women especially, but also of other people that may not necessarily be told by mainstream media, because I believe that we need to tell our stories, especially as African and Ugandan women. We need to tell our stories. We should not wait for our stories to be told by Europeans or by other people. So that is the future of Staunch. We really want to ensure that we highlight the issues that we are passionate about and bring them through film and video, because that is something that all of us are drawn to. And in terms of how can you support Staunch, we are looking and we are reaching out to various actors in this industry, in the film industry, in development, in human rights, and we are seeking partnerships because Staunch has been a passion project funded out of our own pockets. And as you can imagine, between the 5 of us, we have reached the end of our road. So we are seeking to join hands with people who would give us money, give us skills, teach us, hold our hands, and help us grow the vision that we have in terms of storytelling within Uganda and also beyond the borders.
So if you want to reach out to the Staunch team, in case you want to collaborate, work with us, you want to watch the movie, we're on all social media platforms as Staunch DocuSeries. We also have an email, staunchdocuseries@gmail.com. And there are also, if you want to get in touch, we can give you our numbers and everything. Just email us or hit our DMs. Another thing that I want to let people know is that we really need your help, to push the project and keep it going, because it was self-funded, right? From the start, from the get-go, we used money from our own pockets. Even the launch and the premiere, everything, the setup, we really worked as a team of the 5 women that came up with the whole idea. And right now, yes, the pocket's a little bit empty, but we want to keep on telling the stories and everything. So if you believe in the work we do, if you see the vision and you believe that more of these stories need to be told, we really need your help. You can come through and we work together.
The most asked question is, how do we get to watch Staunch? For those of us who missed the launch, we're very sorry. It was a limited edition, but we are planning a roadshow to go throughout the country and probably regional and wherever we are able to reach. So how do you get in touch with us? All our social media handles are part of our communication lines, so don't feel shy. Hit our inbox on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We also have an email address which will be featured in this communication. So get in touch with us and let us know that you want to take part of the roadshow. We will definitely share with you how we want to partner and what our communication is around a partnership, and also how to get you involved in future projects that Staunch has. As we have said continuously, we are committed to storytelling for women, storytelling for good causes, and storytelling that change humanity. So don't be shy, get in touch with us. We are happy to include you in the roadshow. We are happy to let you know about other opportunities and possibilities of places you can get to watch Staunch at. And we are more than welcome and ready to receive you for all the ideas you have for our future projects, as well as future partnerships.